would steal my car in a mall parking lot? Like, how does that happen? Especially as busy as that parking lot is, just because Walmart is right there. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. You're watching CTV. My name is Calandra and I'm back with another video. This is a story time of me getting robbed by the Kia boys, okay? The Kia boys got my ass, and this happened last year. Well, last October, November, something like that. It was last year. So, let me just start out by talking about the car that I had. So obviously I had a Kia, okay? And it was a Kia Optima 2011. This was kind of a new car. Previously, before that, I did have a Kia, but it was like a Kia that I bought off of my brother-in-law because, he had gotten into a few little fender benders, okay? And ended up kind of giving up on the car because like nobody would fix the issue. And honestly, the car was driving wonderfully even after he got into his fender benders. It was just like the cosmetic damage, like the side, like the front of the side of the car was like coming apart and shit like that. It was like almost hanging to the ground. So, couldn't have that for too long. And I just thought maybe people in Washington were just being lazy and didn't want to fix it. So I bought it off of him and I kept the car for a little bit. And, the car was running great, good on gas. It was just, the cosmetic issues, and it could end up internal over time. So we kept trying to take it to different shops, and pretty much it was just not fixable, and they had to total the car. So we ended up filing a claim on Zach's insurance, and I got money to get another car. So I was without a car for a little bit, kind of frustrating because I really did like that car, but he ended up, going off OfferUp and finding another Kia on sale for the price that I was able to afford. And I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, it looks cool. So we went to a different part of town, and we visited the person that was selling the car. I looked at the car and everything. I don't think I bought it within the first time that we went up there, for whatever reason. Sorry, memory. It was cool. Like, the car was driving smooth and everything. The person who was selling, the seller, I don't know, his vibe was a little like, I don't know, but I don't think we're buying cars based off of the vibe, but like his vibe was just, something was just not, I don't know. But I mean, Zach liked the car and everything, and I could find nothing wrong with the car. So the next time we went up there, we ended up buying the car. And I'm not gonna lie, it was cool. But after a while, I started noticing things about the car that I didn't like. It had issues with the catalytic converter, so the light was on for that. And then the gas of the car, like the gas would burn so quickly. I didn't understand. Like, the car was a pretty long car. Especially if you know what a Kia Optima 2011, like that is a long ass car. It's not like Lincoln Town Car long, but it's long. So yeah, I mean, yeah, bigger cars are gonna burn more gas. The amount of gas that shit would burn so quickly would just piss me off. Like, I literally would just get gas like 3 days ago, and the shit is almost out of gas. And I really didn't know what was going on with the whole catalytic converter thing. So I went to AutoZone one day and got it checked out, and they were just like, catalytic converter would be like $2,000. And I'm just like, wow, okay. So yeah, that was a few things I was just like, I wasn't happy with. So I just continued to drive the car like nothing. And over time, I would try to see how I could fix the car up a little bit more. And, I got irritated with the gas because, like I said, it would just be running low so quick. So I would keep saying to myself, like, oh my God, wish I would have got something else. Like, I can't stand this car. I'm tired of this car. Your words have power. So, like, be careful what you say, all right? So one day I went to work, okay? And I worked at this little ghetto-ass Walmart inside of this mall that is slowly closing down. So I went to work like normal, and of course I always lock my doors, okay? If anybody knows me, I'm on top of that. I would lock my car door, I would lock the house door. One time, I locked my dad out the house because I instinctively always lock the door. So yeah, I always keep my doors locked. However, I am kind of like a small, inspiring model, as you would say. So I would go to these little photo shoots, and I have, I would not clean out my car enough. So I would have like hella clothes and stuff inside of my car. So yeah, my car was a mess. And that's easy to attract a thief if your car is a mess, and it's just gonna look like it's available. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I had a whole bunch of shit in my car. I had these boots in my car and everything like that day. And I ended up locking my door, going right to work. And this particular day, I did not go to my car for anything on my lunch break or any of my breaks, because sometimes I will go to my car and maybe film a TikTok video, or eat lunch, or go find something to eat. But that day particularly, I probably ate something at the food court, and I didn't go to my car for anything. And this day I was actually hyped because it was my last day of the week working. And before holiday season, I was getting off at like 10. So I was working like 2 to 10. And then that was like the last time I was scheduled at 2 to 10. After that, it was just 2 to 11, 2 to 11, 2 to 11. So I was hyped to, get off of work today and everything like that. And it just felt like the day went by so fast. So, it's time for me to get off of work. I head out to my car, and I don't see my car. And I'm like, hold on, I'm tripping. Because I literally thought I was freaking losing my mind. Yeah, my car wasn't where I originally parked my car. And I'm one of them people, I just don't remember exactly 100% where I be parking my car at, but I have a general idea. And mind you, it was 10 o'clock at night, so it wasn't that many people around. So, I mean, it's obviously, I could see that my car wasn't there. I didn't want to believe what I was not seeing. So I kept like circling around the parking lot looking crazy, delusional, disgruntled, disheartened, and just in disbelief altogether, because who would steal my car in a mall parking lot? Like, how does that happen? Especially as busy as that parking lot is, just because Walmart is right there and it's a mall. You would think somebody would see something, say something. There's like a few little cameras in the parking lot. I'm just like, ain't no way for real. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I could not believe it. So yeah, I'm just like, I didn't know what to do. Like, of course, there was like a few scavengers in the parking lot, and I'm just like, talking to myself at this point, like, what the these tweakers took my car. Somebody told my. I was so like hurt and just distraught, because I never thought that this would happen to me. So when I finally, get to the realization that somebody stole my car without constantly denying it in my head, because I never been in a situation like that, I called my husband, and luckily he works on the daytime, and he's at home and everything. So he answers the phone, and I'm like, somebody stole my fucking car. Somebody stole my car. He's like, what are you talking about? He didn't want to believe it either. He was just like, what are you talking about? What do you mean somebody stole your car? And I'm like, my car is not there. He's like, are you sure? Like, did you look? And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking everywhere. My car is not there. My car is gone. And there's like another side of the parking lot, but did I look? No, because it's like, it's not where it was supposed to be. And it's a big ass parking lot. Like, I'm not about to be walking everywhere. Like, the car is not where it was supposed to be. It's not, okay? So I didn't know what to do. I wait for him, and he finally gets here. Mind you, we live really close to that mall. So he gets here, and I'm just like, yeah, somebody took my car. Like, I don't know what to do. So we were sitting in his car, and I'm just crying. Like, obviously, like, if something like that would happen to anybody, they would be pissed off, especially at their place of work. So we're sitting in the car, and then he calls the police. So of course we're gonna call the police, and we're telling the police what's going on. I'm giving them my license plate and all the information about the car. So we're just gonna wait for the cops to get here. And I'm just like in shock. Like, I never had something like that happen to me before. But anyway, the cops took forever to get here. We're waiting. As time goes on, it's probably almost 12 in the morning, and the cops is not here. So we decided, we're gonna go home for a little bit. And finally the cops got in contact with him, So we come back to the place because we didn't want to look like we were just running away, but like, you know, y'all taking all damn night, and I'm just want to like settle in just a little bit, like just get a little settled and get a little comfortable, whatever. And then we come back to the mall, and the cops are here. So as you know, I'm giving them the information, and we're talking about what happened, like, and you know, they look up information about the car, and they're like, the previous owner is not a good person. Like whoever, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, and they were talking about the person who had the car was like some type of criminal or something. So I'm just like, wow. And they're like describing the person, and I'm describing the person who sold it to me, and it's like two different descriptions. Like, he ain't look nothing like that. He was like kind of like a skinny, nerdy looking white guy. And so whoever it is that, you know, was the criminal, I don't know. It's kind of weird how like, you know, somebody was buying off of a criminal and then ended up selling a car. Like, that's crazy, right? I ain't know if it had any like connection to my car getting stolen or not. Like, maybe he could have claimed his shit, but how would he know? You know what I'm saying? Like, that car just has some type of bad energy. You know, I'm putting in the information, and they were just like, pretty much they're going to get back to us when they find it or when they track it or whatever, because there is a way to track like Kia cars or whatnot. That was pretty much it. I come into work like, you know, when after my weekend ends, and I'm telling everybody what's going on. So, you know, I go to the back, and that's where like, dang, what's it called? The AP office is. And they kind of have like, you know, access to all the cameras. So I'm letting them know like what happened, and if you see anything, let me know. I ain't hear nothing. Okay, I ain't hear nothing. I believe I also talked to mall security. Ain't hear nothing. So like, people were just in disbelief. Like, all my managers and everything, they were just in disbelief. Like, what the hell? You got your car stolen? Like, yeah, I got my car stolen. But honestly, with my husband, you know, he was able to help me out, like get to work and stuff like that. I didn't really have too many issues getting to work, besides like, you know, maybe some days if I don't get up or whatever the case is, because he goes to work like super early in the morning. So what I would do is wake up, you know, ride with him to work and just take the car to work, or he'll get off early enough for me to go to work. So that's kind of how it's been. So I didn't really have any major issues with not having a car. But you know, my Walmart, everybody was really nice, understanding, like they actually cared about you. I don't know about the one I'm at right now, but yeah, that's kind of like what they were on. Like, you know, I had this one manager, she would every time she see me, she would be like, what's going on with your car, like what's going on? And I'm like, I don't have no updates. And it kind of just came off as like I didn't care, but it was just like nothing was going on. So about maybe a couple weeks later, I finally hear from the police, and they had more information about what happened to my car. So they said approximately around 6 p.m. my car got stolen, and that's around the time usually that I have my lunch break, right? So that's like kind of crazy to think about, because like I said, I often do go to my car for my lunch breaks, or even my 15 minutes. And that day I just didn't happen to go to my car at all. But just imagine if I was in a parking lot, somebody stealing my, I would have been causing a scene up in that parking lot. Like, who the fuck, why are you taking my car? Like, yeah, that was weird. That was crazy. And I'm just thinking like nobody's seen it happening. And they revealed the way that they broke into my car. So they said they broke into it, connected an iPhone charger to my car somehow, and was able to start the car and get the car rolling. And I'm like, god damn, this is crazy. Like they, TikTok ain't no joke, man. Like, the way people were talking about how kids are so easy to steal, it's wild. So I'm just like, wow, like, you could technically steal them. So yeah, they were telling me, like, they were just telling all that information about what happened. And the car was found in New Mexico. So they took that motherfucker all the way to New Mexico. And it was brought to, like, you know, the shop or something like that. And it's really, really damaged. They messed my shit up. So no, I didn't go see the car. We filed another claim with insurance, and you know, I had another lump sum of money coming in for me to get a new car. Hey, so this is me from the future, just giving y'all a little update on what happened to the person who stole my car, because I couldn't find any footage of me mentioning it, but I could have sworn I did when I filmed the video. But anyway, that person ended up getting prosecuted for grand theft auto and doing some jail time. I got papers of the court hearings and everything like that. I don't think I should show it on here, but yeah, that's just a little update of what happened. So karma's a B. Don't be stealing people's cars, and yeah. Couple months later, around January, like a little bit before my birthday, I got a new car. So I ended up getting a Toyota Camry. And you know, the energy was just so much different buying this car, because Toyotas are really, really good. And of course, my husband was on OfferUp again, because I do not do car notes. So he was on OfferUp again, and he was like, oh yeah, there's this car. And so the only thing that was like discouraging me from buying this car is the mileage is higher than what I'm used to. However, Toyotas last a really long time, and then when I was driving the car, it was driving so good, and the owner took so much good care of this car. Like, the only reason why the mileage is so high is because of like highway mileage, and we do live in California. He took really good care. He was like a Middle Eastern guy. His dad was with him, and you know, he was just making sure that he gave me all the details of everything with the car, things that got fixed. Like, he got new brakes, he got a lot of new things going on, new technology that he put in the car and everything. So I was real happy with it, and I still have the car to this day, and knock on wood, everything's going great. So I'm just gonna keep it as long as I need to keep it. That year I lost so much shit, and I just got everything back with the quickness. And it's okay, like, don't worry about it. Like, if something bad happens to you, you know, there's going to be some a better outcome that comes into place. So yeah, it was like a quick little story time about how my car got stolen. So let me know how you feel about this video, and I will see y'all in my next one. Thank you for watching, and peace out.